there's the hawk. Before there was a Tiffany Outdoors, there was Tiffany the Farmer.
Follow U-turn when possible.
No, we're not U-turning.
Hi. Hi, what are you doing? Hi, Boo. What?
Alright, y'all, back out here. I got the side on, and my next step is the doors for the front. So I went out, bought 2 pieces this size. I could have got a big piece for the same price, but I was in my car, didn't have my truck with me. It's sitting right there. So I had to pick some smaller pieces that fit inside my car, so that's what I did. I know it's a little more expensive that way, but that's what I did at the time with what I had. So what I'm going to do is, notice I've got this laying on its back. This right here's the front. I think doing it this way is going to make it a little bit easier to figure out how to put these doors on, how big to make them. I'm going to make things easy on myself. So I bought these hinges. I bought 4 of them. Bought 4 of these. They're 5/8 inches, 3 inches long. And I got them in black. And I also got these handles that are black and have this beige tannish color. That color will look good with the theme of the living room already. Those are part of the colors that are in there. I got browns, tan, beige, black. So that'll go with that. Alright. Now what I want to do is, boy, that's, let me show you something. It doesn't have to be pretty or perfect. Look at that gap. Look at that gap right there. See where it's cut too long and I put a screw in there anyway? That may eventually pop out, but I don't know. But it's just for cosmetics. It's not structural, so I'm going to leave it as is. Alright, so now this door. What I need to do is measure out across and cut that piece down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the door cover this whole section, even these. So I really didn't have to fill these in because they're going to be hidden by the door, but it's okay. So yeah, I need to measure it this way. I'm pretty sure it's 39 inches. Alright, 39 inches divided by 2 is 19 and a half inches. So I need to take my board, rip it down 19 and a half inches. In case you're wondering what size board I'm using, it's that right there, okay? All right. Now to cut this thing down. Yeah, I don't know why manufacturers put stickers on these things. I'm gonna use my heat gun to get this off. There we go. The heat gun loosens up the adhesive and gives you a clean release, but I'm gonna have to probably put this on the inside because you'll be able to see the outline when you paint this. Alright, now that I have my width, I want to give myself just a little bit of space on the bottom there to keep the door from dragging the carpet. And then I'm going to have it flush on this side for the hinge. I think I'll go about halfway up that 2x4 there. So that would be, let's see, 3.5. That'd be 2 and, let's see, 3.5, 1 3/4. That'd be there. Then I'm gonna cut that down and then do the same for the other side. The doors came out great. There is an issue with this one. Look at that. Look at all that. What I'm going to do is take some of that wood filler, fill that in, sand it down, and then paint it. And my next step is to go ahead and sand all of this down, sand it all down, and get it ready for paint. Put it on thick. And when it dries, I'll be able to sand this down and put a nice coat of paint over it. This is the paint that I'm using. It's a Fusion. It's all-in-one. It's paint and a primer. And I'm using gloss black. Got the first layer of paint on. This is finally starting to come together. It's getting there. It's still laying on its back. I'm gonna, since I'm losing daylight, once again, you know, I only have like maybe an hour or two before the sun starts to set. And I feel like it's a little too late to put a second coat on there just yet. So tomorrow when I get off work, I'm gonna come straight home, get this whole thing painted. At least with the first layer on the back side, second layer on the front side, and hopefully I have enough time. I have an event tomorrow to go to, so hopefully I can get those 2 layers done, let it dry overnight, then attach the doors, the hinges, the door handles, and move it in the house and get it set up by this weekend. I hope. Fingers crossed. So, alright, y'all. I'll come back when this thing is ready for the doors. I'll show you guys what I'm going to go through on that process, okay? See y'all then. Today is the day this build is going to be finished. Alright, so since I flubbed on the measurements, I'm really good at math, but somehow or another I didn't calculate everything. So this up right here is too short because Monty, the ball python, is going to be on here, and I didn't take in consideration his light. So his heat lamp, the above heat lamp. So I'm going to have to extend this, but the way I'm going to do it is going to be a little weird. So what I'm going to do is put in a cross brace here, and then I'm going to build a separate light hanging fixture that will go on top here, and I'll show you this as I go. And I'm going to use these to hold it down. These are for 2x4s, so I have to take my angle grinder and cut this tab off so we can slide it back and forth. Not only will it have its heat lamp, but it will also have lights that will, LED lights that I bought that will light up the whole tank, because right now only half of it looks lit and the other half looks dark. So in order to evenly light it all the way across, I bought some LED lights that will hang from underneath. Alright, let me show you how I'm going to do this. Let's get started. So it's gonna fit in like this. It'll fit right in between there, like that. Alright, we'll shave down the other one and put them in. I've marked my holes, and I didn't want the 2x4 that's going in between these two to be flush with the front. I wanted to set it back just a little bit, so I used this scrap piece of 3/4 inch plywood. And now I'm going to drill my holes, and I'm going to countersink them. In the meantime, while I'm still waiting for that paint to dry, I'm going to go ahead and cut down those brackets. So I need my angle grinder. Y'all, this angle grinder, I'm not going to lie, it makes me nervous. I have seen what this thing can do when that disc breaks apart. So I always wear double protection. I wear safety glasses and a mask. So in order to do this safely, here's what I did. I screwed the bracket to a scrap piece of 2x4 with 2 screws to keep it from twisting or moving or jiggling around. And I put those screws all the way down so it's secure. And then I clamped the piece of scrap wood to the table to keep that stable. Overkill maybe, but I am not trying to get injured just doing this. Alright, here we go. Now for a coat of paint. While I'm waiting for the paint to dry, I'm going to go ahead and flip this over and pre-drill my holes for the other side of this, and then I'm going to cut my uprights, and then my piece that's going to go across that the lights are going to hang from. So I'll do that, and I'll be back to you. My paint is dry. Now I'm going to put these in place, and I've got some screws on this top side, which is actually the back because it's laying on its face. Got 2 screws started on each side, and I'm going to place this in, get it lined up, and use my spacer here. And I'm going to do the same on all 4 sides. And that's how that's in there. Got a slight 3/4 inch inset going in. Give my tank space, just in case I need that extra space. Alright, so that part is done. Now for what I'm going to call the bridge. The bridge is what we're going to use to hold the lights up. So my brackets, let me go grab those. Alright, got my brackets. I'm going to have a 2x4 bracket to go here, and this will be able to slide back and forth like this. That's why I had to cut that tab off, one on that side. Then I'm going to attach a piece of 2x4 to that bracket. The upright's going to go up that way, and then a bar going across and then back down to the other side. And then the lights will hang from the cross piece here. Alright, let me go build that Frankenstein light bar. I'm going to call it a light bar. A bridge light bar. No, over too much. I'm being extra. All right, let me go build that and I'll show you how I'm going to do this. Now that these are dry, I'm going to go ahead and attach my brackets to my 2x4s. I'm going to attach it just like this, and I'm going to use 2 1-inch wood screws. Now I'm going to assemble the light bar, and first I'm going to do my norm with some countersunk holes in 2x4 and then 2 2.5-inch screws. Y'all, I know it is so breezy out here. I don't have a workshop, as you know. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm trying to get the camera out of the wind, but I have this all together, and now I'm gonna put it on. It's on there nicely, and that top piece can slide back and forth, side to side, so you can adjust where the light's going to land. Okay, so now to put on the doors and the door pulls. Yeah, I had to come up with a way to mark the holes for this, so I took this handle. I have this empty box, and what I did was I lined the holes up here and here, and then I took the drill bit and drilled a hole on each side of the plastic. So now I have somewhere to mark my holes to drill for this. And just like that, this build is done. Now I still may add a few things to it, some more accent to tie it in with the living room colors, but this is it. Very happy with it. Y'all, this build was absolutely challenging. It really tested my skills, my measuring skills, my math skills, and this couldn't have come out any better. So stay tuned for when I take this in the house and get the aquarium and get Monty the python set up on this and get the lights set up. This is going to work really well. There might be some changes and a few things that I may put some accents on to add a little bit more color to tie it in with the living room colors a little bit better. We'll see. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.